Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we are back with another lore video, where once again we shall revisit an old video which had very bad sound quality and redo it in an attempt to be a bit more comprehensive. So without further ado, let's begin. Today's discussion will be an infamous priest of Sigmar known as Victor Guttman. Those who know of this man know that without Guttman's assistance it would have taken a little longer for Vlad to take over Sylvania. But we'll go into that in due course. So let's just go into the story. Victor Guttman was a priest of Sigmar in the town of Drakenhof, who cared after Otto von Drac, the aging count who was very ill. He was there when Vlad von Carstein made his appearance into Sylvania, and knew all too well what the so-called noble actually was. In truth, Victor had begun to conspire with Vlad to allow him to take over Sylvania, and he even assisted in killing von Drac's brother Leopold, as Guttman thought that serving the vampire would work to his best intentions. However, Vlad knew that someone who was so willing to switch sides should not be trusted, and conspired to have him killed. So during one Sylvanian night, Guttman was attacked by the vampire Hermann Prosner, who was Vlad's right-hand man. However, Prosner did not kill Guttman, as he shared the blood kiss with him, as he found it amusing to turn a priest of Sigmar into a vampire. Obviously, some vampires can be quite sadistic in nature. Guttman was left to die. However, he was found by the son of a local wine merchant and brought back to Drakenhof Temple. There, his wounds were healed by two fellow priests. Due to being healed, unfortunately, Guttman could not die, and thus his transformation to become a vampire was not complete. He was trapped between the world of the living and the world of the dead. However, that was the least of Guttman's troubles, as his fellow priests had believed he'd become a full vampire and imprisoned him in a local crypt, to which then a hedge mage was called to create a rune of protection that was to keep all undead from entering or leaving the temple. There Guttman wasted away for many months, undisturbed and unable to disturb, until after a while he started having nightmares. Nightmares of young and pretty women being murdered in cold blood, suffering acute blood loss. In truth, this was actually happening in Sylvania, and it was actually his sire, Hermann Prosner, who was actually committing these murders. However, since these nightmares were plaguing him over and over, he had started to believe that he was the one responsible for the deaths of all these girls. You see, vampires and their sires are linked in some way or another. They can feel what their sires are doing, usually by the form of dreams. However, since Guttman was not really introduced to the life of being a vampire, he believed he was causing these murders. And his fellow priests of Sigmar, since they had him there, and only knew of him at the moment, believed that he was behind the murders as well. However, because of the friendship they shared, his fellow priests could not bring themselves to kill him. So in their despair, they turned to those who could, as two witch hunters were passing near Drakenhof Castle. One of the witch hunters descended into the temple and killed Guttman, thus allowing his transformation into a vampire to run its course. However, still trapped in silver chains, he could not escape when the witch hunters set fire to the church, and Guttman then died in the inferno. And with that, my friends, we have come to the end of our lore video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy the content, may I suggest liking and subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. Until then, I'll see you guys soon. Adios.